Hi guys, it's me Luna and me Chelsea. And today we're going to be doing a reaction to Beauty Inside a Box, The Downfall of Barbie. First, I want to say disclaimer, I'm not making fun of him, but I do see a lot of what he is saying. I think Morley Barbie is starting to be more for kids than less than adults, but I wasn't trying to be rude or anything. But before we start the video, I'm going to do my quick intro. This is my computer show. I am Luna. Oh! Anyways, let's start with the video.
Doll fans, are we witnessing the slow downfall of Barbie? Mattel has made some truly baffling decisions recently, which I can't help but feel like are going to affect Barbie in the long term. Decisions like firing celebrated long-time Barbie designers like Bill.
I honestly can't believe that Mattel would try to actually fired 120 workers. So basically, you're probably stuck with the incompetent ones that really can't make a doll to what they're worth. And then I got a little surprised at the end, but I think it's kind of honestly disturbing that they're doing this. And yeah, like it's not right. But anyways, let's continue on.
Greening and loads of others, and the continuous removal of quality from all of their dolls.
Yeah, I can see the quality.
And their recent decision to scale back on their diversity, equality, and inclusion commitments. It's really starting to feel quite bleak to be a Barbie fan. But this decline has been legit. A long time in the making, and we're going to talk about it all in today's video.
But if you, sometimes hear the video pausing, that's me giving my input. And I'm going to first say that any type of Barbie, whether they only have a little bit of articulation or the most, you're mostly going to find them at their stores. And the ones I do see is ones with the basic 5 points. Yeah, basically I came from there. Real quick, I'm going to show you one I got. This is our new character, Alana. Hi! You see that she has the hard feet and basically has the 5 points, but her twin sister, Hannah, hi, has articulations in her arms, her elbows, and her knees. So we're gonna see what else he says, and let's continue. But I had to show that.
But first of all, if you love dolls as much as I do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check me out
and I'm always
Instagram
subscribed to you.
And also consider supporting me
just
on
to
Patreon.
Let you know.
I have loads of exclusive videos on my Patreon. Your financial support would mean a lot to me. Supporting me starts from just $3, so what do you have to lose? Anyway,
that's
first
crazy.
of all, we're going to start by talking about Barbie's decline in quality. Obviously,
and no, I'm not sick. I have allergies.
In the early 90s, with some of her most.
Well, why not just show it anyway? 90s were always the good kind of brand of dolls. And we got Tria, even though she's newer, but she does have the older Barbie on. She has the cheerleading on with her shoes. And basically the oldest doll I have, besides the original Barbie, but she is put it up somewhere, is the Malibu Barbie. Look how cute she looks. So let's keep going.
Impressive sale numbers ever. But throughout the 90s, her sales started to decline. And then in the 2000s, Barbie was really struggling to stay culturally relevant, which brings us to 2008, which is when we really started to see her quality disappearing. In 2008, her hair quality got considerably worse, especially for the budget Barbie dolls. And some of them started to have
That's crazy.
plastic painted on top.
And how he says basically painted on tops, I can see that as an issue too. You can see that Chelsea has one on. Yeah, like, it's kind of harder for people to change me. But you can see I have a molded on top with a molded on underwear. But anyways, you may know that other dolls that have molded on tops are gonna more like have the bad hair. Yeah, when I really do think of bad hair, like, you think of the cheapest hair ever. And you're thinking, probably, why do I have bad hair then? It's because my character's hair had bad hair. It was just full the books. But I do agree that they got worse. But they also had a lot of goods.
The year before, all of the princess dolls had entirely removable outfits. This year, they were like plastic, but they still had like material sleeves.
Exactly.
Also, in 2008, I remember this was the first time that I started to see dolls with the hard, cheap plastic legs. I remember.
And I'm pausing this again because I also have to say, like, it's crazy how much Barbie would decline after so many years later. The only ones that actually do have articulation now are basically the Barbie besties, the basic dolls, and the dolls that are in wheelchairs. They have the best points. That's basically it. But besides that, everything else is gonna get bad.
I bought this birthday Barbie and I was really disappointed by the quality of the material that was used.
Yeah, and the material
and also
looks
her plastic
bad.
legs. I was really shocked by how cheap they felt. In the years that followed, the Barbie dolls continued to have cheap painted on tops. No. Even before this, I remember some of the Fashion Fever dolls had painted on tops. There was a glimmer
why
of
would
hope
they do
in the
that?
Barbie line when in 2009 the Fashionista line was introduced, and these were quite high quality dolls.
I believe we did have that line.
They wore fun outfits and had a lot of articulation. In fact, their articulation was advertised quite a lot. But in 2013, the Fashionista line removed pretty much all of the articulation.
It basically goes down to where they're just like in their poses, like one has one on her hips, her hands on hips. One has it pointed. I mean, I can show it. I have stuff. Yeah. Hannah's gonna show you like what we are talking about. So basically, had one like this, that went like this. Yeah. Let me get. And morally, you see dolls that are like this all the time. Yeah, always having their hands pointed. Or they have them straight down. They usually have it down like this. I think it's unreal. This is probably going to be a 15-minute video. Yeah.
So the dolls were incredibly stiff and rigid. Meanwhile, Barbie had long been criticized for promoting
I always seen like randomly
beauty
everywhere I wanted to get
and
her.
not being diverse enough, which is definitely true, even though we're all very nostalgic for the Barbies of the 90s and 80s and earlier. Barbie had not always been as progressive and not as diverse as she.
Yeah, by the time like 2019, 2020, 2021 kind of came around, she was finally on par with everything she was doing. She finally had the dolls doing what they do best. And basically, they put everything in order. Like, they have one with a prosthetic. I'm going to show you Tamira again.
You gotta go out.
Sorry. Yeah, and the funny thing is, you could take off my foot, and all I have is a little nub. Yeah, all she has is a nub. And I think that's good for girls anyway. I think I'm gonna join you. Ah, okay. If I can. Yeah. What are you doing? Ah! We're gonna put that there. The foot is killing me a little bit. But you've been doing tricks with that all day. So, Tamira's gonna join. Yeah. Try to fix yourself. Okay. Am I better? Yeah, you're better. Okay, so Joey looks like he's getting annoyed because we keep pausing to do our commentary. But you know what? That's fine. I'm reacting to it.
He is today. But Barbie had been slow to adapt. In
And that's the
2014,
reality of it.
Barbie had recently been called out for appearing on Sports Illustrated magazine and for a problematic children's book. Basically, Barbie didn't have a very good
Okay, so I don't really know about the Barbie book, do you? I think it was more like Barbie can do this kind of job and Barbie can do that kind of job. With the swimsuit, she was trying to show herself being a model, but people got so mad about that. Like, we try to go to the kids' standards, but when you're gonna keep complaining about it, what else can we do? Exactly. And Mattel basically fired me. It fired everybody else. Yeah.
reputation with the general public. Mattel slowly started to respond to these complaints. First of all, they added articulated ankles to some of the Barbie dolls. So
Finally,
they
they did it.
high heels and flats.
It's
Even though I think
crazy.
it's great for Barbie to have the choice to wear high heels or
And
flats.
this was only
This is when we start to
2014.
see
Yeah.
the de-assification of Barbie.
And then it gets
A
worse.
couple years after this, some of the fashionistas started being produced with permanently flat feet. In 2015, Barbie was
And I'm gonna reference the Barbie movie a little bit. But you know everybody freaks out when Barbie has flat feet. They go flat feet and they start screaming. Like, it's unreal. Like, some parents will be like, oh, I don't want my kid having pointy heel Barbies. They do that. They make it flat. And everybody else is gonna be like, oh, we don't like them. It's like, make up your mind. What do you want from us? Yeah. Like, we're just trying to make you happy in the long run.
at her lowest. Sales dropped by 14% in just 3 months, and it was their 8th consecutive month of falling sales. The quality of the dolls was quickly
Yeah, I think around that
disappearing.
time I
They went from
wasn't
looking
buying
like
as
this
much.
just a couple years earlier
Yeah.
to now looking like this. Barbie was desperate for some positive press. So
Yes.
they started diversifying their Barbie fashionista line by introducing a wider array of skin tones, face molds, and hair textures. In 2016, they
Yeah,
launched their
they
The
did
Doll
that.
Evolves campaign, which introduced a new array of body types to the Barbie line. Also, I believe
pause
in
it.
2016, in an attempt to
I really like how they added wide variety of body positivity. Like, you wouldn't see before then, you wouldn't see Barbie with wide hips. Or you wouldn't see a Barbie that is small or a Barbie that is tall. But I'm gonna show you something. They have dolls like these. I had the one in the yellow and pink flowers. You've seen her in the first video we ever did on the old channel. I'm also gonna reference that because sadly it's gone, but we could still talk about it like it was there. But my issue was kind of like, I also had another one, and there was hair glue seepage. Yeah, it seems like everybody had a glue seepage problem. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but we have.
Make Barbie come across more attainable. She started to
And
wear
the hair is cheap.
very unslay outfits.
Yes, very
like,
cheap.
The sleigh is in short supply.
I'm gonna skip on so we can talk about.
Pixelated dolls, and
we ended up getting like a few dolls ourselves that were pixelated. We had Alicia. I don't think I ever showed her on the channel as much, but she was pixelated. There was another one. And people talk about pixelation like it was a bad thing. It was. It was trashy. Another thing I gotta say was like their hair. Their hair is terrible. So terrible, like they felt like plastic. When you think of Morley hair, you think of it being soft and feeling like hair is soft. Okay.
Hurry.
Okay. Man, I'm so sorry. You know, old people always gotta interrupt everything. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the hair was terrible. And pixelation was bad. Okay, I'm gonna let him talk a little more.
Many to choose from. Why can't Barbie slay anymore? In the 2000s and 2010s, people seemed to love to shame women and fictional women.
And I'm gonna say another thing, like, why on earth would you talk about a woman like that? Like, they're allowed to have makeup, they're allowed to have this. I mean, I feel that way too because we weren't allowed to have makeup, we were not allowed to have this. We had to be a good example for little kids. You know what little kids did to us? They chop our hair, they throw us in the toy box, they throw us everywhere else, they make our hair bad, they lose our parts. Like, I did come with some clothes, but how much do you think half the time I was naked? Or how many times was I thrown somewhere? You do not know half of it. I was supposed to sleep in a dirty kid's room. I'm not talking about this one. And everything else. Like, I can have the decency to wear makeup. I can. Exactly, you're allowed to wear makeup. Basically, my character is basically probably in her 30s by now. But I'm stuck as like a 13, 14-year-old. Supposed to be fighting wizards. And I'm gonna go on a rant for a minute because it's ridiculous. Basically, people think I have the bad hair. Like, no. No, you do not. People were never allowed, or parents would always tell their kids, oh, don't watch him. He's scary. Oh, in school, don't read that book because it's bad. When you think about it, Harry Potter is not as bad. It's about a boy who gets abused by his aunt and uncle and then ends up in Hogwarts, fighting everything else. And then he goes home and deals with his aunt and uncle. If that was really the case, where were they? Where was the place that they could take him to be with somebody better than his abusive aunt and uncle? I mean, I can speak to this personally. They made me sleep. They made me sleep under the stairs. Read the book. Read the movie. Read the book. Watch the movie. You can see where I slept. And nobody cared about me except for Dudley. And hopefully I'll get to see Dudley soon. But yeah, you don't know how bad he has it. You don't know how bad we have it as dolls. What we have to go through every day, day in and day out. Like, you don't have that place to talk about, oh, we're bad and we're all this. No. No, you don't. And then you're going to talk about Ken being feminist because he hangs out with girls. So what? Let him hang out with girls. Boys and girls hang out together. It's part of life. It's part of everything. Like I heard another time that Carson was bad. So I'm going to keep going. And then they got rid of everything else. And then it finally talks about reviewing a 2025 Barbie and a 1999. Well, what we're going to do quickly for our little fun and to end this, because of course my video gets ruined. Of course I have to wait till everybody goes to bed, which is so annoying. But anyways, we're going to compare a 1971 Barbie and a 2025 Barbie. So we're going to put them in perspective. Yeah. Hi, you know me, I'm Brooke. And hi, I'm Jennifer. So, first thing you can see differently, this is not the regular Barbie you would see. She's more cartoonish. Yeah, I'm more the cartoonish type. I have a round head. Like that one time when Kelly had a round head and everybody was partying with her and all that. But the two similarities is they both have blue eyeshadow. Yep, and I also had the leg warmers. I had the waist that everybody has. And I'm not wearing my original clothes, but I am wearing my original shoes. But I'm wearing a dress that is from Five Below. If you want to, maybe I'll do a review of teeny tinies and stuff from Five Below in the next video. And when I'm listening to Bob Maven, I'm gonna be working on Roblox. So you're gonna be seeing Twilight Daycare. I think you should know more about that and everything else. So now it's time for your introduction. Hi, Jennifer. I'm also the accountant at Brooks Dance Studio. Yeah, Branson's Dance Emporium. I was made in 1971, so my body, I have a really tiny waist and I have a big bust, chest, which parents did not really agree on. And now we have dolls that look like her. Yeah. And I don't have my original outfit. But I do have this dress. I think it came from Temu or something. I don't know. It was one of the cheaper dresses. that I got from a neighbor. She was really nice to me. I'm gonna say that now. She was. But I've been here for a long time and I know everything and everything else. Yeah. I only been around for like almost a year, I believe, and Carson has been here for like 7 months. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna talk about real quickly how long we have been here. I'm Luna. I came in October, and I've been here for almost a year. Cause in May, June, July, August, September, October. In 6 months, it will be a whole year since I've been here with Hermione, and you basically know me if you want to hang out down there. Yeah. So basically, you see me in a lot of stuff. You see me doing my computer show, my Learner computer show with me howling, and Under Error, which was like a Harry Potter ripoff. What? How come I wasn't in it? We didn't have you then. Harry's acting so jealous because we didn't use him. But it's fine. And I've been in other videos. I'm Tamira, I just joined. I've been here for like almost a week and a half. Yeah. And I've been here for several months. So, Hannah and Alana have been here for 2 weeks now. Yep, 2 weeks. And we're about to do the next video. The video that you're going to probably see on Sunday is a special video. And then I'm going to make a personal one for somebody. And, you know, it'll be fun and dandy. But the next one I'm going to be working on momentarily. And then I'll do Roblox. But this is the reaction time. So, basically, they talked about the differences in the quality of dolls. But anyways, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, all that, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Yep, and bye. Please like, subscribe, all that, and I'll see you next time. Bye.